Everybody happy? You're very quiet today. I want to see smiles. This is supposed to be a great celebration. What about this view? I mean, where can you be that's better than the iconic Opera House? Well, hopefully today everybody has fun and we get through what we're here to do, is make you graduates from UBSS. Welcome to UBSS and the Universal Business School Sydney graduation ceremony for the class of 2019. My name is Gerard Newcombe and I'm the Master of Ceremonies for today's event. First of all, I would like to welcome family, friends and parents who have come to the graduation ceremony from far and wide. And most of all, I would like to welcome you guys, the graduates. Without you, there wouldn't be this event. Today, there are 295 eligible students for graduation. 126 of them are here with us today in person for this event. As you may know, we had the undergraduate program this morning and the postgraduate program this afternoon. We wish all students present here today and not present every best wish in their future life and work. This year, to accommodate our growing community, as we said, we had the two different graduations. I would also like to welcome our friends and families from around the world. Some of you may not know that today this event is being streamed live through YouTube GCA TV, so that all of our family and friends can watch. We currently have 33 different countries represented in residence at UBSS. So we believe this event in the future will be watched by many people from all parts of the world, just as it is today. Interesting to see that our graduation gets bigger every single year. We have to break it up into two sessions this time. First time we've had to do that. And I mean, it just shows that students are enjoying their time here at UBSS and enjoying their studies. Today is not just a graduation ceremony. It symbolises the point in your life when you, some of you, most of you, will enter professional life, get your first jobs, where others may choose to go on and do further postgraduate study. We invite you, of course, to stay with us here at UBSS and do your master's degree program, as we did with the students this morning. You guys have come to the end of your time with UBSS because you've completed your graduation. The fellow students we spoke to this morning, we invited each and every one of them to come and experience what you guys have done completing your MBA program. Whether you are remaining in Australia or going back home or moving to another country to work, whatever path you choose from this day on, what you have achieved here today is a guiding light that will help you achieve your goals through life. What a lot of people don't realise is the discipline involved with what you guys had to do to get your MBA. It's not easy. You had to dedicate your time, you were trying to work, you were trying to keep your family relationships going, and you were studying. Not an easy task to do, and you should be proud of yourselves that you have accomplished this. All of us here today recognise how important this event is to you, and we hope today is very special. To this end, we have located you here, right in one of the most iconic places in the world, the Sydney Opera House, with that gorgeous view behind you. Make sure you get plenty of photos and take selfies. These charming gentlemen sitting next to me here would only be too pleased to take photos with you and your family after the event is over. So please utilise that fact and enjoy yourselves. At this point of time, I would like to welcome Professor Greg Whateley, who is the Dean of UBS College, who most of you, if not all of you, are well aware of, and the Chair of our Academic Senate. Also, I'd like to welcome Associate Professor Wayne Smithson, who's the Program Director for our accounting program. Wayne, welcome. Also, I'd like to welcome Associate Professor Felix Stravins, who is our Program Director for the Bachelor of Business program. Welcome, Felix. Associate Professor Andy West, who is Director of the Centre for Entrepreneurship and Provost of our Executive Campus. Welcome, Andy. And Professor Ray Hayek, who was the former MBA Program Director here at SBS. Two things with Ray. One, welcome, Ray. And thank you for the time you spent with here at UBSS. All the students I talk to have nothing but praise to say about your time here, and we thank you deeply for that. I would also like to welcome members of the GCA, UBS academic and support staff. They're the guys that help you every day, like Samara, like the girls that are helping out here, like all of you. I mean, every time I turn around, I see Natasha doing some work for us. And so, I mean, it's just amazing. All of you have been unbelievably helpful, and we thank you for that. These people play, you don't realise, a special role, working behind the scenes, supporting you and what you do. I would like to also acknowledge the superb work of Madalena Tresca. Madalena, as always, you've done a wonderful job of organising this graduation, and she is the most charming individual who handles everything with style and with grace. Madalena, thank you so much. I now request Professor Greg Whateley, who's the Executive Dean and Chairman of the Board of Directors. Oh, you're not Chairman yet, but you could be, Greg. You never know your luck. But part of our academic Senate as well. He's here to officially open the ceremony and admit the graduates to their qualifications. Please welcome Greg.
Thank you, Sir Gerard. He does it every time. Thank you, Sir Gerard. I declare this UBSS 14th graduation ceremony officially opened. As mentioned earlier, it is our hope to create for you a memorable and fitting event to confer your awards. The setting of the Sydney Opera House is ideal for such a celebration, and in many ways highlights the importance and the significance of this event in your academic life. Would the graduands please stand? On behalf of the UBSS Academic Senate and Group Colleges Australia Board of Directors, I admit you to the degrees to which you are qualified, and for those that are unable to be present today, I admit them to the degrees for which they qualify in absentia. Graduands, please be seated.
Okay. Thanks, Professor Whateley. As normal, you were the epitome of charm and style. Graduates, what will happen now goes like this. I will call the names of the graduating students individually in the order they appear in the graduation booklet. Voila, just like this. Not a booklet, but a piece of paper. I will go through the names individually, and I will request you to advance to the platform of stage. After I call your names, as I said, would you then please come up to the stage, enter from the side of the stage where you have queued, and then you will walk, as your name is called, onto the stage, accept your award from Professor Ray Hayek, and then exit the stage to the left of where I'm standing. Okay. I call upon now Professor Ray Hayek to assist with the distribution of the testimonials. Professor Hayek? Okay. Grab a few of those first. Okay. Now, one thing before I start. I apologise in advance because I've got to pronounce all of your names. And some of them are like you've swallowed a Scrabble board. Okay, so some of them are a little bit difficult. So I'm apologising up front, guys, telling you that if I mess it up, I'm sorry, okay? But I'll do my level best to pronounce the words. Prompted by the lovely Madalena. Number one. Okay. Now, these awards, as you may know, are for the MBA program we have here at UBSS, and it is the most senior of the award programs that we offer through the college. Okay. Now, the first student to accept as Abunde Moriki. How was I? Was I close at all? Yeah? Okay, please come this way. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Thank you.
Look to the front. Okay, the next student is Ebachukwi. Okay, now that was difficult, but how did I go? No, please come up. Okay, congratulations. Okay, well done, thank you. Next student is Ateeq Muhammad. Congratulations, well done. The next student is Ayesha Iqbal. Did I do well? Yeah. Okay. Please welcome Basra Sharndeep. Well done, Basra. Thank you. Okay, our next student is Baratoki Sarav. I hope I was close. Our next student is Chanda Singh. Chanda, how are you? Good. Yeah, welcome. Congratulations. Our next student is Chinna Reddy. How are you going?
Good, thanks.
Okay, congratulations, well
Thanks
done.
a lot.
Okay, next student is Chakwabuka Amma. Congratulations. Yeah, well done.
Thank you so much.
Our next student is Chung Ha. Well done, congratulations. Our next student is Cubero Joy. Congratulations, well done. Okay. Okay, please welcome Dema Dechen. Congratulations, well done. Please welcome Dema Fasil Samara. Congratulations, well done. 13, 14, you mean? Our next student is Gaerlan Glenda. Congratulations, well done. Lovely dress. Our next student is Hameed Usman. Yeah. Congratulations, well done. Okay. Please welcome our cool justice. Hey, cool. How you doing, man? Hey, congratulations, well done, pal.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah. Please welcome Kashif Mohammed. Hey, Kashif, how you doing? Yeah, congratulations, man. Well done. Please welcome Kaur Jagdeep. How did I go with the name? Please welcome Manzoor Faisal. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lamichhane Sushil. Hope I was close, mate. Yeah, well done. Congratulations. Please welcome Manzoor Mir, please. Yeah. Hey, Manzoor, congratulations, well done. Thank you. Please welcome Manzoor Faisal. Hey, Mola, how you going?
Good.
Okay, I'm well, thanks. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, please, Ian. Please welcome Hameed Usman.
Very much.
Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Thank you very
Really
much.
well done.
No worries.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please welcome Neelam Kumari. Well done. Congratulations. Okay. Please welcome Neelam Kumari. Congratulations, well done. Okay. Please welcome Obi Mcdon Ejike. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well done. Please welcome Paksuda. I was close. Paksuda's right. Yeah. Good. I'm getting better at this. Poomeesap. Hey, Paksuda. Where you from?
Thailand.
Sawadee ka.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Chokti ka. Please welcome Paula Leon. Hey, Paula, how you doing? Congratulations, well done.
Thank you so much.
Please welcome Pervaiz Junaid.
Congratulations, well done. Okay.
Please welcome Pam Hong Si.
Congratulations, well done. Okay.
Please welcome Pavari Shivram.
Larry, love the show. Great.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, well done.
Now this is challenging. I'm going to try if I'm going to get this, okay? Prajapati Mukashab High. Was I close?
Yeah.
Not bad. Okay.
Congratulations, well done.
36. Rahman Mostafizur.
Rahman, congratulations, well done. Thank you.
Please welcome Salima Mir.
Lee, well done, congratulations.
Shaikh Irfan.
Congratulations, well done.
Please welcome Sharma Richa.
Sharma, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much. Oh, there. Thank you very much.
Please welcome Shrestha Sampat.
Congratulations, well done. Thank you. Okay.
Please welcome Singh Harmesh.
Congratulations, well done. Okay.
Please welcome Kumar. No, Upal Kumar. Yeah, I was close. Yep.
Congratulations, well
Thank
done.
you so much.
Vanvoan Tiv.
Congratulations, well done. Okay.
Please welcome Virk Singh.
Well, how you doing? Yeah, congratulations.
There's more? Okay. Please welcome Yadav Khmer.
Congratulations, well done.
Okay. Please welcome Jan Kokwan. Congratulations, well done. Please welcome Zahid Saad. Congratulations, well done. Please welcome Multi Padul. Okay. Love your dress, you look great. Is that it? You want me to make any announcements? Okay. Okay, graduates. As far as we are concerned, through the lovely Madalena, all the graduates have received their awards. If there are any in the room present that have not received their awards, please come forward now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now presented all degrees to those present at the ceremony and all to those who are absent today due to their personal circumstances that were eligible for awards to be received. I now ask Associate Professor Andy West to come forward to present the Professor Guthrie Award. Andy?
Thank you, Sir Gerard. Congratulations to you all. I know it's been a lot of work put in, and it's very well deserved. Congratulations. So I've been asked and given the honour to present the Gus Guthrie Award. Professor Gus Guthrie was the Foundation Chair of the GCA Board of Directors and was presiding when UBSS was granted its higher education licence. Professor Guthrie had a very long life of high achievement in education and was the former Vice-Chancellor of the University of Technology, Sydney. He passed some years back, and as testimony to his contribution and commitment to higher education and UBSS, a memorial award, the Professor Gus Guthrie Award, was established and is presented to the most outstanding student at UBSS. This year, the award goes to an outstanding MBA student based on results and commitment to higher education pursuits. It is with great pleasure that I call Vanvoan Tiv to the stage to collect the award. So we're just going to come over here and get a photo. Okay. So just hold that up. This one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andy. I now have the privilege of presenting a special award. I'm presenting this award to a person who is not only a personal friend and colleague, but someone who really deserves to get this honour. It is the honour of Emeritus Professor. I'd like to award this honour to Professor Greg Whateley, the Dean of UBSS College. Professor Whateley has been associated with GCA and UBSS for many years and contributed to the establishment of UBSS as a main player in the higher education provider sphere. Professor Whateley was invited to be a member of the UBSS Advisory Board in 2014 and the chair of the UBSS Academic Board in 2015. In 2016, Professor Whateley joined UBSS as an Executive Dean and Provost of the Sydney campus. He also joined the GCA Board as an Executive Director. His contribution to UBSS has been significant, assisting us in developing a quality, independent school, achieving all of its key KPIs across the board, and presenting a standard that is envied in the industry. In recognition of his distinguished and meritorious service to UBSS, students and colleagues of UBSS, it is with great pleasure that I bestow on him the title of Emeritus Professor. Ladies and gentlemen, you all have been part of Greg's life here at UBSS. I don't have to tell you guys what an amazing individual Greg is. I'd like you to help me welcome him to the stage. Professor Greg Whateley. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Now, even though he's going to sit down, he won't be sitting down for too long because I'm going to introduce him to have a few words to you as our guest speaker. For those of you who don't know, Professor Whateley completed a Diploma of Teaching with majors in music and psychology, a Bachelor of Education, Curriculum Design and Development, a Bachelor of Music Education with a Music Education focus, a Graduate Diploma in Educational Administration with a focus on organisational behaviour, a Master of Education, Assessment and Evaluation, and received a doctorate in virtual pedagogy. For those of you who don't know what pedagogy is, it means learning how to study, learning how to learn. Throughout his teaching career, he has maintained a keen interest in how and why people learn. Dr. Whateley began his teaching career in 1975 in the area of music and arts education at both primary and secondary level. He has taught at every level of formal education, from kindergarten. I can actually just see you in the kindergarten class, especially wearing your little hat. I think you'd look really nice. And has either taught or researched in 4 states and 5 countries. Professor is currently Executive Dean of UBSS, researching and writing in the areas of quality management and equality and teaching in the areas of management and leadership. He is the author of more than 250 external publications and advises in the areas of accreditation, quality assurance, government, reporting, e-learning, M-learning and B-learning. Ladies and gentlemen, it's with great pleasure that I invite Professor Greg Whateley to the stage.
Thank you, Sir Gerard, and thank you, everyone. Special thank you to GCA and UBS for the award and the Emeritus Professor title. Emeritus, by the way, means retired, so they're finally going to let me go. It also means for life. I don't think they know that. So I love graduations for many reasons, but my favourite 2 are that, first of all, we're surrounded by very successful people. People who have taken on a challenge, who have committed themselves to an extensive period of torture and come out the other end victorious as winners. So that's one of the reasons. And a second reason I love graduations is because there are very few places that you could wear an outfit like this and not be ridiculed. And university graduation is one of them. Being an international student, as you would well know, is not an easy task. There are enormous pressures being away from home, family, friends, and there's also that other little problem called language. In Australia we teach in English. So I wanted to share with you the fact that I have in fact been an international student myself 3 times during my career. The first time was in the UK, in England, and I was ridiculed because I couldn't speak English. I spoke Australian. And my nickname at the time at the university was Skippy. I don't know whether you know, but there's a famous Australian show about a kangaroo called Skippy. So I don't think it was an affectionate term. I think it was actually a term of ridicule. However, they argued that I didn't actually speak English, that I spoke Australian, which was very different. My second international experience was actually in Florence, in Italy, and the language of tuition was Italian. And being young and foolish and arrogant, I thought I was pretty good in Italian. Until I turned up at the University of Florence to discover that I had learnt Italian from somebody who spoke dialect, which means that in Florence they ridiculed me because they said my Italian was really weird, and they couldn't understand me, and I couldn't really understand them either. And I remember a moment in my studies, and you may have experienced it as well, where I remember sitting on the bed in my dormitory thinking, why have I done this to myself? Why have I put myself through this? But I am happy to report, much to the horror of all my Italian student colleagues, that I topped the class in Florence. I was so determined to win. And my third experience was in Boston, in the United States, where I have to tell you categorically, they don't speak English at all. They speak some weird American thing. So I understand to some degree the pain of international study, and I congratulate you on your successful moving through that particular period. So what you've done, in my opinion, is remarkable. You have, especially at MBA level, you have achieved an extraordinary leap, and I'm only hoping, though, that you understand that this is not the end of the journey, but in actual fact it's probably just the beginning of it. And it's going to be a long and perilous journey because the line is not straight. The line is crooked, and a job that you think you might have in 10 years' time may not be there, or alternatively, in 10 years' time, there may be jobs that haven't yet been invented. So I wish you well in that journey. At this point in time, at this particular point in the graduation ceremony, the guest speaker is usually asked to give you some advice. So from an old retiring professor, I have 3 bits of advice for you. The first one is just stay focused. Never give up. If you want to achieve something, you're all very capable of doing anything you want, but if it doesn't happen straight away, don't give up. Just stay focused. The second bit of advice is try and stay connected with your class. It'll pay enormous benefits in the long term. When I was in Boston, my roommate, some 35, 37 years ago is still a very close friend. And we keep in contact and we visit each other over the years. And that's a really important part of the process. So stay connected, and in this age of Facebook and all those other nonsense social media that I'm fundamentally opposed to, by the way. However, there's no excuse for you not to stay connected. I did give each of you a UBSS pin. These are unique, that there are no others in existence other than the ones you've been given, and next year's group will not get this same pin, so it is a unique marker. And if you didn't get one, I'll give you one at the end. But wear that proudly, because you have just graduated from UBSS, which is one of the best independent business schools in Australia and recognised throughout the world, and our programs are accredited by people like CPA and Chartered Managers Institute in London. So you should be very proud of it. But the reason for the pin is, if you happen to be in the subway in Hong Kong, or perhaps in a piazza in Florence, or maybe in the stock exchange in London one day, and you look across the room and the person across there is wearing the UBSS pin, you go over and give them a hug, because they are your brothers and sisters. So don't lose contact with each other. And I'll now give you my final piece of advice, probably the most important one, in two parts. One, work hard. Simple. Work hard. And the second one is, look after your mother. You get those two things right, success is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Whateley. I now call upon Vanvoan Tiv to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, family, friends, professors, and the graduates of the 2019 MBA at UBSS. First of all, I would like to say congratulations to all of us for achieving another milestone in our life. It might seem like a dream that we become an MBA graduate, but we did it after giving up our sleep and fun just for the assignment, presentation, and preparing for the final exam. Every one of us, I believe, have our own unique experience at UBSS. Whether it's a good or bad memory, I hope you can look at it as a learning process that you can take and be ready for the real world. I believe that graduation doesn't end it here. It just marks another beginning of our journey, the journey that's full of uncertainty. And I know that some of us are still confused of what to do next, but I just want to say that wherever the future takes you, just let it take you somewhere. Because by being able to be here today, it's already proved how well prepared and how capable you are to achieve your goal, as long as you can stay committed to your goals. And last but not least, I would like to thank all the professors at UBSS for your guidance and your time to help us with our study, especially before our final exam, and also to help us achieve our ability, find out what are our strengths and weaknesses. I also would like to thank every staff member at UBSS for helping us to settle down in Australia because it is our new environment, and then it is for us international students who are still unfamiliar with Australia curriculum and the lifestyle. And also I would like to thank Melina and Richard for helping me out since day one with my subject selection or the technical issues. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my parents who are here with me today. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to stand here. Thank you so much for your support and your understanding toward me, even though I always call you guys at night to complain how stressed I am. Thank you. And once again, I would like to congratulate all of us for completing the MBA at UBSS, and good luck to our futures. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanda John. That was a delightful speech. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers, this concludes the awarding of program awards and the special awards of Gus Guthrie and the Emeritus Professorship. Therefore, pretty much concluding the formal arrangement of today.